How's it, grade nines? So today we're going on to equations with fractions, working from slides 10 to 14 from the equations PowerPoint. Okay, so just like with any normal fraction type of question, what we try and do is we get an LCD. Get the LCD, and then you can possibly now with the equations get rid of the denominator. And I will show you that with an example. So question A. The question is solve for x. So we have x over 4 plus 2 equals to 7. So just like with any fractions question, we have to find an LCD. Okay, so you can see that this is over an invisible 1, invisible 1. So the lowest number that 4, 1, and 1 go into is 4. That is your LCD. And what I'm going to do with that LCD is I'm going to multiply everything by that LCD. Okay, so you can see over here that the 4 will cancel with the 4, and you're left with x. Now 1 can't cancel into the 4, so we just leave it over 1. So 4 times 2 is 8 equals. Likewise with this, we can't say the 1 cancels into the 4. So we just say 4 times 7 and we get 28. Now, this is just like the equations that you've dealt with previously. The equal sign is like a wall. We want only x's on this side and only numbers on that side. So he's happy, so I leave the x. He's not happy, I take him to the other side. And he's happy, so I leave him. And then if I take this to the other side, becomes a minus. So we get x is equal to 20. Okay, so I just need to check my solution just to make sure. So we have a left-hand side and a right-hand side. Okay, so the original one was this. So on the left-hand side, we have x over 4 plus 2. But remember, I'm now going to substitute for my x to be 20. So I'm going to use a bracket. So we have 20 over 4 plus 2. On the right-hand side, we just have 7. Okay, so 20 divided by 4 is 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 is equal to 7, so the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. Therefore, our solution is valid. Okay, going on to example B. Again, the question is now solved for y. So we have y plus 3 over 4 minus y plus 2 over 8 is equal to y over 2 minus 1. Okay, so just like the previous one, I'm going to find an LCD. This is over an invisible 1. So what is the lowest number that 4, 8, 2, and 1 go into? It is 8. And I'm going to multiply everything by that 8. So multiply this whole thing by 8, multiply this by 8, by 8, and then by 8. Okay, so here 4 goes into 8 twice. So we're left with 2, and it's multiplied by y plus 3. Now, grade 9s, be very careful with this one, with your sign. I'm going to bring down the negative, and 8 cancels with the 8, and we're just left with 1. So it is y plus 2. And you're probably asking, well, where's my 1? My 1 is in the front there, but it's just invisible. I don't have to write it down, okay? The important thing here is to put that negative in the front. Equals 2 will cancel with the 8, and you're left with 4 times by y, minus 1 doesn't really cancel into the 8, and we have 8 times 1. Okay, so we've got rid of our denominator. Now this is from yesterday's lesson where I have to distribute that into there. I have to distribute this negative 1 into there, and then the 4 into there, and then the 8 into there. So 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 3 is 6. Negative 1 times y is negative y. Negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. 4 times y is just 4y, and minus 8 times 1 is minus 8. Treat your equals like a wall, so we only want the letters on this side, in this case it's the y's, and only the numbers on this side. So 2y is happy on that side. I'm only looking at the variables for now, grade 9s. He's happy. Okay, we'll sort those ones out. He's not happy, so if I take him to the other side, it becomes a minus 4y. Okay, and we're done with the variables. Equals. Put him down straight away because he's happy. This one is not happy. Take it to the other side, so it becomes a minus. Change the sign. Take this one to the other side, change its sign. Okay. 2y minus y is y minus another 4y is minus 3y equals 8 minus 6 is minus 14. Minus 14 plus 2 is minus 12. I want to get the y on its own. So this is saying minus 3 times y. The opposite of times is divide. So divide by minus 3. What I do to that side, I must do to this side here. So the minus 3's will cancel, and I'm left with y is equal to a negative divided by negative is a positive. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay. We're not going to check our answer for this one, as it's quite involved with the fraction. Okay, but it would be the same process, grade 9s. Left-hand side, right-hand side, put it back into the original, make sure that left-hand side equals right-hand side. Okay, this was question B. Moving on to question C. We've got okay, so the question is solve for x. So we need to find an LCD. What is the lowest number that 2, 3, and 2 go into? It is 6. So I'm going to multiply each term by 6. So multiply this whole thing by 6, multiply by 6, and multiply by 6. So 2 goes into 6 3 times. So we're left with 3 times the top, plus 3 goes into 6 twice times the top, equals 2 goes into 6 3 times the top. Okay. Like yesterday's lesson, I'm just going to distribute, and same for that. So 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 3x is 9x, and then 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. Treat the equals like a wall. We want x's on this side, and we want numbers on that side. So I'm going to have a look at the variables first, or the x's. So he's happy, so 6x plus 2x. Look on this side, he's not happy, take him to this side, change the sign, so it's minus 9x, and we're done with the variables. Equals. Bring this one down immediately, he's happy on that side, and now we sort out the ones that aren't happy. So this one's not happy, take him to the other side, change his sign, becomes plus 9. He's not happy, take him to the other side, change his sign, becomes a minus. Okay, 6x plus 2x is 8x. 8x minus 9x is minus x, or minus 1x. I've just left that invisible 1 out. Equals minus 3 plus 9 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Now, we still want to get the x on its own. So this minus 1 is messing us around. So it's saying minus 1 times x. So we divide by minus 1 to get rid of it. What we do to that side, we do to this side. So those will cancel, and you're left with x is equal to a positive divided by a negative is a negative. 4 divided by 1 is just 4. Okay, again, grade 9s, I'm not going to do the check for this one because it'll be a little bit involved, but process is very similar as the previous ones. Okay, so grade 9s, for homework, I would like you to do exercise 9.6. Number 1, the left-hand side. And then number 2, the left-hand side for me, please. Thank you.